don't see a clock yet.
It's not. It's still thinking. There you
go.
go.
There we go. All right, everybody. Welcome to Aces 53 with Ed Parcaut and myself. My camera's a little crooked. I did not turn on my do not disturb.
Oh, well.
What are you do that? Let me fix that thing so that it won't ding the whole time. Anyway, what's going on, Ed?
Oh, it's to me now?
Yeah, to you. That fast.
I've been doing a lot, and you know, so brutal.com. So I interview a lot of people, and I had a guy on yesterday. He has a great commercial site that he's doing. It's called So Commercial. It's so if you have a building and you want to just lease, kind of like Airbnb VRBO for commercial spaces, which they don't have.
Okay.
You have to have a listing agent get on these listing things. And it was pretty nice. And then he's like, oh, I have this other site where I do this. Can you go check it out? It's called sobrutal.com, and then we'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
But what I've been doing is using the marketing. There's a book that's called, what's that book called? StoryBrand SB7 framework. Yeah. I'm like, why am I promoting that guy's stuff? And so I created my own framework.
Yeah.
What he did is there was a book that was the Hero's Journey.
Yep.
Which was a movie, and then the book and everything. And then there was a screenwriter book, and he took that information and took 7 principles for marketing. So what I did is I went in and took different principles, but I'm calling, there you go.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. Which is Donald Miller. It's a great book.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's more to it than just that. And so I created one that's called like the NCO principle. So the military take on it.
Yeah.
The guy and it's an amazing story in the beginning about, and I'll send you the manifesto so you can read it. But
sure.
I'm like, I got to create my own stuff and promote my own stuff and stop promoting somebody I don't get any money for. And that's why I said, Brian, from now on, I'm not promoting you anymore.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I did. Well, no, because that guy I interviewed yesterday on Inner Edison, I was like, you need to talk to Brian, and I gave him all your information and stuff. But anyway, so he asked me, can I just show this to you real quick?
Yeah.
And so I created a framework inside of Lovable to create stuff. And then I told it to remember. I didn't think it was going to remember, but it remembered. And I was shocked that you could actually do this. So let's see here, share screen. I'll show you his first, and then I just...
let's see it.
Share. So this is his website.
Okay.
It's like, and he's like, what do you think? I'm like, it's just a lot.
It's
how do you follow this? I mean, this is one of the ways this is one of the ways you can set stuff up. I'm not knocking the guy.
Right.
But I would look here. Amazing commercial. He's been working on this with somebody for WordPress for a while, and I'm not knocking the guy. I'm just saying, okay, this is all right, but it's really, I can't read it myself.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's too much.
Yeah, I would move on. So let me show you what I did. I said, well, I did this whole thing and I dropped it in Lovable, and I just told it one prompt. Actually, I told it less than a sentence. And I created this. Actually, there was 3 different ones, but I like this one because it was in your face.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, because basically he's brutal diagnostics, right?
Yeah.
So is your marketing pure garbage? I mean, and then it created the whole, took his site that was all over the place. The only thing I would change is the colors, do it more of the red instead of this lighter red.
Yeah.
But it just, I'm talking less than a minute, it created this whole thing, and I showed it to him.
Wow.
And,
okay.
And he's like, oh my God. I go, and yeah, if you want it, I can do it for you.
Yeah.
But it's not, this is just a UI. There's nothing else on it. It's just the UI. But what I'm getting at is, there is a way to do this to where you're talking to your clients as the guide, as an NCO is what I'm calling it now. A non-commissioned officer is the sergeant in the military, like Hulka, if you ever watched the Stripes.
Yeah.
I can drop this down, right? You don't need to still see this, right? Just us.
Nah. Yeah, it was good. So you did that one did you do that in Replit or Lovable?
Lovable, just real quick.
Sure.
I like Lovable for the user interface.
Right.
The way it comes up. I like Claude for the back end and other stuff, but it just doesn't seem like it has that yet in Claude.
Yeah. Now I'm using Claude. We'll get to that in a second. I've started diving in deep with Claude.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at is, the framework I created, which is okay, I didn't create the SB7, but the way I used it in prompting and everything else I did, it remembered and it created it that way because it's your guide for your client's journey, and that's what that would be. Well, I'm like, okay, there's something better, and that's why I'm creating the NCO principles. Basically, you're the NCO. People don't understand that, but the first chapter, the first manifesto that you'd read in the book, explains it so well about what a sergeant does. So it was a deployment thing. So for me, it's just how things are looked at differently, for you can understand and relate. People watch movies, they understand the hero's journey, they understand a lot of that stuff, but it's being said so many times. I wanted to be different. So I took my thing as more than what he did, and that's what I did. So that's what I've been working on.
Only just my ADD kicking in while you're talking. Did you and Lindsay ever talk? She's the one that was the only female interrogator in Iraq.
No.
All right, I'm gonna reconnect you guys today. I saw her. She posted on Instagram because she was at SOF week. Is that what it is? Special Operations Force, or
probably?
Yeah. So
I wasn't one of them, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, they made me think I need to connect you guys, and then I also need to send you that other veteran guy that I think I sent it to you.
Well, there is coming up also a military influencer convention coming up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I got to find out when it is again.
Yeah.
I
got you.
Because I got a wedding August 1st that I have to officiate. Then we're going to Growth Hacking Live. You're just showing up there.
Are you going to actually officiate, or are you just going to have an AI there to do it for you?
Really hard to do that.
Yeah. Well, did you see? I saw this one. There was a college that tried to use AI to do everybody's names, and it screwed up and missed like 40 people, so they couldn't graduate and walk the stage.
No.
And the lady's just like, sorry. So there's just a point where, look, AI is good, but some things don't need AI, because what they were trying to do was flash the names up on the screen and get the names said the right way, and it failed. And so it's going kind of viral because all these kids didn't get to walk on the stage because they said, well, we can't have people walk twice. We're sorry if your name wasn't here, and so people are all butthurt about it.
Well, I would be because I didn't show up to my bachelor's or my master's just because I was that type of a person.
Yeah,
I'm done. I moved on. I'm going on my next thing.
You've taken enough of my money.
No, I didn't want to. I was already doing something else. It's like I don't want to go back and walk a stage. I don't need to.
Right.
Your diploma's not in that damn thing.
There's certain things, like I never bought a class ring when I was in high school because I'm like, why? Everybody has to go to high school. Like, you get in trouble if you don't go. So I didn't do that. But there's some other stuff. What am I doing here? Sorry. I'm trying to turn my air conditioning down. It's hot in here.
Is it hot in there?
It is.
What's your temperature going to be today?
74.
That's it?
Yeah.
But humid?
It's humid today. Yeah. Well, I walked this morning for 45 minutes and I'm still sweating from that. So
that's because some chick kicked you out of her house.
That's right. How'd you know?
Get out. I didn't say you could stay over.
How do you know I didn't climb out the window?
Right. No, but what I'm getting at is, we talk about marketing. We do so much. Yeah. You really need to focus on what you're doing and do it really well. And that's, and to get your message across to people, putting everything on your website, it's not the way to do it. And that's all I'm saying. There's a better way to do it. You shouldn't focus on a website. Throw websites away. Don't even use that term. You need an authority site.
Well, and you and I are about to say something that's sacrilegious, because you've got a book and I'm finishing my book, but that is, you don't even have to buy books anymore. Like, you can literally say, hey, go and take the principles of this book and help me fix my website. Like, that's the crazy part, is books are so important. Like, there's still in my world right now, having a TEDx talk can make or break, having a book can make or break. But it's interesting because, what was it, like 2% of people ever finish a book they start? I think it's going to be even less, because now everybody's just going, hey, AI, tell me what the book's about.
Yeah, but the big thing, you've been talking about who reads a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why everybody wants the Audible version.
Right.
And then they don't even want AI version, because they want the tones and inflections in your voices while you're listening to them.
Well, that's why I liked Blue Fishing, right? It was Steve reading it. Yeah. It wasn't somebody else.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind if it's somebody else if it's Gilbert Gottfried and somebody else is reading his stuff, because I can't stand.
Like Chris Voss, I think I told you that story when I first met Chris Voss. Well, the person who reads the Audible is a very eloquent speaker, and he's got a raspy voice. I was just like, whoa, yeah.
Right, so. But it just depends. But like, again, right now, some of the big one of the people I interviewed this week, he was talking about the big houses, the traditional publishing are going more AI books now.
Oh yeah.
That's all
because it can be done in a second.
Yeah. But I mean, it still has to be good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having it help you edit and do a bunch of other stuff, but it should be your stuff.
Right.
You know, and I had it update the VA to current stuff that I might have missed, and it's ready to go. My biggest problem is just getting it from where it is now, uploaded, and that's it. I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Because I've never done it, and I haven't taken the time to sit here. Plus, I have assistants, but that's not what they do.
Well, I went to an event, and that was one of the things they were talking about is, you know, they can get your book published in 90 days, and, you know, they work with PR and they do everything else. And that's the interesting part is for people who've never written a book, there's a few different ways to do it. There's people who come out, they interview you, and then a ghostwriter writes the whole thing. Well, now it's AI does the same thing. Like, it'll ask you a series of questions, it writes your book. But I still think you have to do a majority of your own book and then let AI fix it. Kind of like I write my post and I have AI fix it. I think that's going to be the differentiator for people with books is AI can know you, but like I was working with Claude on a 5-day email campaign, and it took some of my stories, but it said them wrong. And had I not read it and fixed it, I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. And I know the people who followed me would have run across those, you know, inconsistencies and been like, AI. And of course it had M dashes and other stuff. And I'm like, stop putting M dashes. But that's my big concern is like, I don't mind if it puts in a few emojis, I don't mind, but there's certain things where I do think it's hard to tell did you actually write it and revamp it with AI, or did AI write it for you? And everything I'm going to articles I've seen, there's a guy I follow now that's what they're all talking about is who are you following? Are you following somebody's AI or are you following them? So there's going to be a big demand for back to in-person events, but
people are tired of AI already. It's only supposed to be helping you a little bit, not take over everything. And the people don't, and the whole change and how someone asked me the other day, do you think it's going to, is it like the initial .com, you know, with all the internet, how that was going to change everything? And I go, yeah, where everybody pushed how it's going to change the world. I mean, it did to a certain point, but not the way that they pushed it. It was just another form of marketing and get access to stuff. Because I remember I actually wrote a paper for Blue Shield when I worked there, long fucking time ago, about getting on the web and why. And because of my paper, I wrote them because I was in this other department doing stuff for sales, company sales back and forth. And I just happened to write it because I just finished my master's. And I gave it to them. And next thing I know, after I left, a year later, in that department that I was in, they said the reason we're going on the internet is because of this thing I wrote. And I was like, wow, can you send me a freaking check?
Yeah. Well, I talked to,
that's
Saturday,
how old I am. Yeah.
Last Saturday, I talked at Toastmasters, right? And so, and that was one of the things is people are like, well, what are we going to do with these kids in AI? And I said, you got to realize we don't go to the library and still do the Dewey Decimal System to find a book, right? Like that's the way people looked at it. Is when the internet first came out, people were like, that's cheating. You don't have to do it like I had to do it. That's the way I see AI. And another analogy I gave is, look, I can count on my fingers and toes, or I can use a calculator, right? That's the way I see AI. It's just a way to do things faster. But even when Google came out and internet and everything else, Yahoo, whatever you used to use as a search engine, you still had to vet it. And that's the problem is people are just trusting AI implicitly instead of going like, okay, AI is a starting point, but you need to go and research what it says. You know, so there's a popular meme right now where it says, can I eat this mushroom? And AI says, yes, that's what you can eat it. And then of course it's dead. And it says, oh, maybe on further information, I decided you can't do that. Or it said like, you're not wrong for eating the mushroom that killed you. And that's the whole thing is I think they did a bunch of studies and they found out that basically AI will lie to you and tell you, oh yeah, you're right. Like, so if you're putting in arguments and everything else, what doesn't want to upset the person doing the prompting. So like, yep, you were right in that interaction. It's like, nah, not necessarily.
And I see, and I was talking to somebody else there, and some kids are saying, why do I need to know how to write? Because I can just use AI. And I'm like, well, it's no different than what we said when, why do I have to know how to do math when I have a calculator?
Yeah.
And that's all it is. I still have to know how to do the math without it. I still have to understand certain things. I just think there's that period of people, 10 or 15-year generation, I'm not going to say who they are, that don't communicate real well. They sit here, they look down, they text everything. It will be a way for them to understand how to write an email, how to do other stuff that they've never been able to do. AI only learned from us.
Right.
It's not learning on its own yet. It's polymorphic and agentic AI will do that, but that's still not here yet.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the things so I'll tell you offline, but Ginny and I are coming up with a new course to help with that age range you were talking about.
Yeah. I mean, it's a total, you need to, and sale. I mean, I was talking to a guy yesterday and it was about phone and they have no idea. And I'm like, that's all I knew is how to do the phone. And that I do good phone. And that's how I have to. One of the guys I work with on my Helping the Brave and that veteran thing, you know, he's helping vets and he's like, oh, I text them. And I'm like, stop texting them, call them, pick up the phone. Those guys are 45 and older. Pick up the damn phone.
And that's it's funny you say that. It's one of the things I had Claude do yesterday was I said, hey, go look through all my Talk It Odds from the last few months and go create me a checklist of who I need to call on the phone. Because I did. I sent people emails and I end up in spam. But what I was doing was send an email, send a text, with the text, say, hey, it's Brian, I sent you an email. And then I was going to call him later and I didn't do it because I got sidetracked. And so I had it go. I said, go create me an Excel spreadsheet, checklist. Who do I need to call? Give me the top 50 people. Because we're going into the summer lull. And to your point, there's a guy named Drew that used to live here in Dallas. I don't know where he lives now, but his whole website was Call the Damn Leads because it matters now. AI can do a lot of stuff, but people crave human connection even over the phone now.
Well, see, and I told you to do it a complete opposite way you did it. Call them first, follow up with an email, and follow up with a text. Well, the email should say, hey, I left a message about blah, blah, blah. Let me know what you need. Hey, just following up. Not everybody wants to do the other way, but the actual people understand you took the time to call. Anybody can send the text. Anybody can send the email. Do
you know why you're supposed to send the text first and then call?
So they pick up your phone?
So it says maybe Brian Galke instead of spam or whatever your phone number is. Because right now I don't answer any number I don't know because I'm tired of getting
your cell phone says your name.
It only if you text them first.
No, it doesn't. It's still because I get people's phone and I've never talked to them and it says across their phone who they are.
Oh, maybe they fixed it then because it used to say like unknown caller or what, now of course I get the ones that spam because I'm so tired. I probably get 10 a day of, hi, it's Joan Smith from looks like I've got your file in my hand, a reload for your, I'm like, oh God.
But I understand what you're saying on that, but the problem, that's great.
Yeah.
But the problem is you never called them for them to be able to know it's you.
Exactly.
If you would have did the phone call first, then they would have known it was you and they would have called you back.
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, there's more likelihood. I'll agree with you on that. Yes.
I'm just saying, but it's way better than doing your way and not following up versus doing my way and still not sending a text or email. Yeah. You follow me?
Yeah.
Because you have a voicemail you've left them. And also, leave a voicemail.
That's the other thing. I've got Jimmy. We've had Jimmy on before. If you leave a voicemail, it says, hey, listen, I don't listen to voicemails. Just shoot me a text. And that's what some people have is their voicemails. Like, don't even bother. Just send me a text.
I know, but that's fine. But yeah, sometimes that doesn't work for everybody. Jimmy is on stage.
Yeah.
I think of Jimmy. I think of freaking Seinfeld. Remember Jimmy in his shoes. Jimmy's going to get the third party talking.
I got ADD distracted. I've been using Claude the last few days. I went through,
Claude Cowork or just Claude itself?
I'm using both. So right now I'm using chat and then I use Cowork to create like the documents I mentioned. So I'm bouncing back between the two on the desktop version. So
why don't you just use Cowork to create everything at the same time?
Because you can, but basically it said to use chat unless you need something done, like a spreadsheet or anything like that. So I was using chat and I copied the chat over and I said, all right, let's go to Cowork. And that's what I had it create Word documents, email campaigns, all that stuff. Then the checklist, I had it revamp. I'm working with 2 different bureaus right now. And one lady said, hey, can I get a list of your when you're available or not? So I said, I don't want to give her my regular spreadsheet. So go create a Google sheet that I can share with her and it tracks all my gigs. And so that one's out there and it also shares like who are my top people. So she has the same list I do. So if she's getting a call for somebody like, where did I meet him at? That kind of stuff. And it created it for me. It did a really good job.
Yeah. This just makes you more productive and you don't have to hire somebody to do certain things.
Right.
Is that me froze or you froze?
I'm still here.
I'm here too now. Oh, you know what it was? Yeah. The edge of the thing, the desktop thing I popped up was just over enough.
That caused the issue. Yeah. So I mean, I'm using it for pretty much everything going in there. So I had to look at the website. What have I done wrong? And I took it in my Go High Level. I'm like, here's my 30-day campaign. They're like, why are you only talking about flashcards? I'm like, oh yeah, because we did that when that's all I had. And then it's like,
talk about that on Tuesday, buddy.
I know. I'm just telling you, but I went back in. So it created the emails. Then it created the 30-day follow-up campaign. And so that's what I've been working on. Then I talked to the marketing team, and they said, oh, well, the 5 emails, if you hit, it said it wanted you to do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, skip a day, Friday, Saturday. And I said, you can't. If you spam all of your list, the 3,200 people or whatever, that'll give you a bad domain reputation. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to go back into Claude. Hey, we can't do it because of this. And I do like it in comparison. I'm going back to chat for all my images because images are still way better. Yeah. So just kind of straddling those two.
Well, I guarantee you there'll be a connection because it's like Gamma. You can connect Gamma to Claude, and it will make amazing PowerPoints for you.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, so it's easy. It's not that expensive either. It's one of your connections. But the thing that it doesn't have yet that I've seen is the image generator that's where you can connect it.
Yeah, I don't think
where like ChatGPT, it's inside of it.
Right. Yeah. So like I know we did this the other day, but yeah. So you got tools, load more tools. Tools already loaded. Yeah, it's interesting. Then you go add connectors, manage connectors. So yeah, Canva's on there now. That wasn't on there the other day. So I'll go ahead and add Canva. Grant Canvas. Oops, I don't want to do that because I'll freeze. All right. Anyway, I'll play with it all later. What you doing? You're looking away.
I was just reading that manifesto thing I made.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, what are you gonna work on this weekend?
This new thing I'm doing because I want to replace what I have in my stuff so that I can talk about this, and then eventually that's what I talk about, and then I guess I have to write a book now about it, and then I have to do a course about it, and then I have to do a page about all that stuff that I got freaking time for this.
I got you. I did run into real fast on Claude. Like I was uploading, I said, hey, if you want to learn about me, here's some of my PowerPoints, and I upload images, all kinds of stuff, and I actually said, you've run out of pictures that it can look at. You need to start a new chat. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, you mean you could only go so far in it? Well, you got to remember hallucinations. So that's probably why it's telling you the maximum things so that it doesn't hallucinate.
Oh, I didn't know about the hallucinate.
Because if it does 5 things, 5 times, after 5 times, AI is more likely to hallucinate.
Oh, and didn't know that.
And that is why Nuno and them have you create agents inside of your Claude code through Terminal to do a lot of the work.
Yeah.
At the same time, one, it's more cost effective, and 2, it's less likely to hallucinate as it building your stuff.
Gotcha.
That's why. Yeah.
I don't know. I got a ton of stuff. Kiddo gets out of school on Friday, and I'll have her.
It's a 4-day weekend, right? A 3-day weekend.
3-day weekend. Yeah. We're just gonna hang out locally. We got some friends who are going to lake houses, but it's supposed to rain this weekend. So just gonna chill out here. But that's all I'm planning to do is hang out with her, then work on Claude, get all the products online, get them in Stripe, make sure that there's redirects to it, go back over the web pages. But that issue I brought up on Tuesday is fixed, and that is like I'll say, hey, go look at this website, and it goes, okay. So I don't know why the other day it told me I can't go look. I asked it the other day, I said, can you go to LinkedIn and start adding me contacts I need to? And it said, yes, it's got a something you can add. But it said it recommends only adding 5 to 10 people a day. And it said it'll write custom messages to them too. So I only have the free version of LinkedIn. So I don't know how many I can send. But that's what it was recommending, was only adding 5 people a day. So LinkedIn is my least successful platform in terms of adding people. I know people who do nothing but spend their entire time on LinkedIn. I was always just an Instagram guy, but I plan to use Claude to help me get my LinkedIn numbers up.
And the sad thing about that is LinkedIn is where you should be.
Agreed. But that wasn't, when I was working with Steve and everybody else, it was how many.
Steve didn't know. I love Steve to death. Yeah. He's not the all-knowing, and he only knew what he knew at that time. And that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So a week ago is like 20 years ago anymore in our world.
Well, that's why people go, well, why are you attending other people's events? So like I went to Paul Getter's Speakerpreneur event yesterday because it was here in Dallas, right? Bought a ticket. I probably could have walked in for free, but I bought a ticket and I went. People are like, why do you go to these things? I'm like, because there's always new ideas and you learn something different. So why, I can sit here in a bubble, a cone of silence, and work on stuff, but you want to go, number 1, network with other speakers. Number 2, hear what's working for other people. And that's just it. Like Steve taught me a lot of really good stuff, but Steve's area of expertise was associations, and he was in it at the right time and knew the right people. And so his journey can't be my journey, right? So you got to go and meet other people, other speakers. And I really enjoyed the speakers that were there yesterday. And then last night we did a happy hour with, there's a guy who just moved to Dallas who he's wanting to host events locally. And so I went to that. I was a part of that happy hour. It was me, him, Jimmy was the other co-host. And there were 56 people there, and so it's just going to be keep adding and doing local events. Because to your point, everything I read is that people want to, be back in person around people. What's the newest one I saw? Oh, it's called Lectures on Tap. And that is, there's going to be a group that comes around to major cities, and they're getting ready to launch in Dallas, where you go and do a presentation while people are drinking. So it's like a lunch and learn, but at a bar for happy hour.
Okay. I thought that's it's like karaoke, idea. But for speakers.
Yes. And so you can sign up to go do a presentation. They said they'll let you know. And so I signed up. So when they come to Dallas, I might be at a bar doing a presentation on reading faces. So you never know.
Right. Well, and the other thing is so I'm coming there for the growth hacking live.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
And Saturday and Sunday, we should freaking do something.
Yeah. We absolutely should.
Put something up, go have something going on to get the people to come in and do something, because we're going to be there. Why waste the time? Yeah. We'll see if we can do it like a dinner. We'll get something together. Like either Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what you got your. Well, I got to see when's that VIP dinner? What night? That's Monday. That's Monday. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do something on Sunday. It doesn't start till Monday. So the VIP dinner is always on that Monday. That Monday. Okay. Yeah. Cool. You don't have to. They don't do Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Well, I'll have to do Tuesday. I'll have to leave early because that's why I'll probably have kiddo. So, but anyway. All right. Let's get out of here. Take us out. All right. Is it Thursday again? It is Thursday. All right. Everybody, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. If there's anything we can help you with, reach out to us through our DMs or whatever however you want to get a hold of us. Right. And then we'll be back. Are you here next week? Yep. Here next week. We'll be back next week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Maybe Brian can get Joe to come on for Thursday, and we can see what's going on with him, since you talked about him so much on your Instagram feed the other day. Yeah. All right. Everybody have a great, safe holiday. Monday is holiday, if you didn't know. Yeah. Yep. For some people for some of us that are self-employed, there's never a day off. Well, that's a good question. Do you want to do Tuesday, or since it's a holiday, you want to just skip it till Thursday? Okay, let's skip it till Thursday. All right. Thursday. Sound good? Yeah, sounds good to me, because I might take one more day off just because you just did that. Yep. All right. Everybody make it a great day. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next week on Thursday. Brian just told me we're not here on Tuesday. That's right. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.